We are live. Hi, welcome everybody back to KingKadoTalks. It's actually going to be a very warm episode. I'm a little hot. I got this big ass sweater on. ACs wasn't blowing as cold as they were supposed to. That's just how life is. This is just how it happens. I am also live on Twitch, and I have a special guest with me in the building. He was here last time for the Unpopular Opinions, I believe. You did Unpopular Opinions with me before, right?
No, I think this is the first time,
Oh, okay.
honestly.
Then you're in for a really good treat then. So
Yeah.
introduce yourself like last time, and let's start off.
Hey, I'm Avery, just chilling. Glad to be back.
Hey Taz, thank you for joining the stream. So one of my very very loyal followers that comes to every single live stream. So today unpopular opinions. So do you want to start first, or would you like me to start first?
You can start.
All right, let's see. Very first one on the list. Let's see. News should be a dry recitation of facts. How do you feel about that?
News should be, say that one more time.
A dry recitation of facts, meaning that no emotion should be put into it. Everything that you're stating should only be facts and facts only.
I mean, I could see. I think honestly, part of me feels like it should just be facts only because if you put emotion into it, people can take that as being biased towards whatever the statement that you're putting out there on the news is. So I'm more of give me the facts. Like yes, you can show emotion for it, but I'm more towards just give me the facts and let me make my own decision. Because if I'm watching somebody, um, if I'm watching somebody on the news being really sad about some topic that I might not be sad about it, but I see them being upset about it, I'm more likely to lean towards that of being upset. So,
Right, right. I would
um,
say,
what do you think?
I agree. I would have to say a lot of the times that a lot of the times they have a lot of emotion that overtakes more than anything else. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I think that's the bad part of it, because like you shouldn't be giving people just your emotion when it comes to things like this. Should be facts. Like you're not supposed to be manipulating your news coverage. You're supposed to cover the news. That's not, you're not supposed to persuade people. That's not your job. Your job is supposed to tell people what's happening in the world, and that's it. And
I
people
agree.
having their own small agendas can fuck that up, because that they can skewer the facts in certain ways that doesn't work to the obviously the degree that the facts are supposed to be working towards. Like someone can say statistically, but you have to look at how those statistics were brought up. You feel me?
I totally agree. I agree. I feel like if you're gonna keep the facts, keep the facts. Don't let us form our own opinion because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Like you tell us these things, you want us to have our own reaction. Like yeah, and I feel like our reactions will be swayed if you portray your reactions online. I'm watching you do it.
Yeah, I say it's crazy how much that they think that people don't understand what they're trying to do when they do these type of things on news coverage outlets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I would say especially when it comes to the type of words that they use, depending on a certain type of people. If I have to go into a race thing, which I love
Hmm.
always to go into, when they talk about like black people or like young black people doing things that are illegal, they automatically call them thugs and hooligans and gang members and so on and so forth. But most of the time, when it comes to white people, and I'm not saying that it doesn't happen to white people at all, but most of the time, it's usually just misunderstood teens, like some
Facts.
wild shit, and things like that bother me. And it's just crazy. Also, another thing about just stating the facts is they can always be skewed, because
Of course.
I saw a post today on Facebook where it talked about a white guy who got arrested in Waterbury of Connecticut, and a Spanish guy who got arrested in like New Haven of Connecticut or something like that, or it was reversed. And they both did a hit and run where the person that they hit and run died. And then the Spanish guy was on $700,000 bail, and the white guy was on $150,000 bail. And but what they didn't tell people was that the Spanish guy had an unregistered vehicle. The vehicle was supposedly stolen. Had a pistol with him. Was on probation, and then also hit and run, and was drunk.
Oh,
You see the difference?
yeah, a lot. It's a
Exactly.
big
But
difference.
the thing is, when someone shared that post, they only shared the aspect that was like, oh, the Spanish guy got 700,000 and the white guy got 100,000. It's like you have to look at the whole thing. Like he was drunk driving.
The
He did a lot
the main
more.
picture,
Yeah, he did a
and that's
lot more.
yeah, and that's why I think news is also skewed because like the news could put out what they want to put out and what they want you to know. You know, if they want to like make your judgment like towards them, then they're gonna put something that is gonna like say there's a picture, they can crop out certain parts of it. Here's a perfect example. I saw during the protest and everything that there were black gentlemen and white gentlemen protecting stores from looters,
I
but
saw
the
that.
news only puts white rednecks are protecting the stores from looters, and it doesn't, and they cropped out the black people. So I honestly, I think it's very skewed, and they have a, an opportunity to manipulate the public.
Yeah, I would say, and the scary part is even though that you can say that you want it to be purely facts, like we've been stating, the facts that you can state can only go to certain places if you want them to. You don't have to state the
Hmm.
facts on both sides. You feel me?
I agree.
That's the crazy shit about it. The amount of topics that I have today, just to answer some of the people that are here on live. I'm live on audio and on Twitch, so it's Spoon and Twitch. Spooncast.net if you are on a computer or anything like that. They also have an app. We have about I have 22 unpopular opinions. I don't think we're gonna get through all of them. We might have some deep ones that might take damn near a half hour. We don't know. I would say, but I got 22 over here.
I mean, I got one unpopular opinion. I mean, to me, I think it's unpopular, but
I
do
was
you want me
say,
to say it?
hey, I mean, I said everything I had to say on that one. If you want to move on to the next, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. One unpopular opinion is schools need to open this fall. Thoughts?
Mm. Mm. All right. I think I can understand that. I mean, I think it's an unpopular opinion coming from certain people because like I think there are certain teachers that are like, hell yeah, like I would like to go back to school. And then I know there's some teachers out there that are like, I kind of like doing my job at home. and I know,
Yeah, okay.
and I know a lot of the parents that have to deal with their kids now because they didn't really have to deal with their kids before makes a difference. And having to deal with your kids all day, every day, fucking for 4 months, it's like you understand the appreciation that you have for some of these teachers out here that have to do the things that they have to do with your kids alone.
Hmm.
I would say, but I would have to agree. Like shit has to start going to normal. I mean, I don't. I obviously I'm not a health expert, and I don't
Hmm.
know what is gonna happen or what can happen. I all I can do is hope for the best at this point. Like, but obviously everything is gonna have to start going back to normal.
The hard part is just like as much as I want everything to go back to normal, I just can't fathom what normal is going to be like. And I say that just because like I feel like the teachers obviously, yeah, so like I agree with your opinion, like the teachers do feel some type of way about this, but I actually am for the teachers because I did work in a school before, and there's just no plan. You know, how you expect teachers to be able to do everything that you ask them to do with no plan or no idea what's going to happen with with COVID and the riots and all this other bullshit that's going on, you know? Because like think about it. I'll give you a prime example. Just imagine this. you're a teacher and you catch the flu or you get sick, you have a cold, does that mean you can't come to work? Does that mean you have to quarantine? Does that mean you lose your sick days? Um, well, what about material? Like, do you allow your students to share materials? What if a kid doesn't wear the mask? Can you kick them out? There's just
Yeah,
so many questions. What if your kid gets sick and you're a teacher? Do you get to stay home or what? Like, there's so many unanswered that is not being answered right now. So I feel like these teachers are being forced into compliance, even though a lot of them don't agree. And honestly, I don't agree either. If you're not going to have a plan, how you expect things to run smoothly? It's just going to be chaos, and you're going to create more problems.
I completely
So
agree with
bringing
that.
all these kids to school is honestly, I don't think it's a good idea until at least there's a perfect idea or plan in place.
Hey, I respect that. You actually changed my opinion on that. I'll say there are a lot more
Again, it's
factors
it's
that
also a
you have to
safety
consider.
thing, you know.
Oh, definitely. It's
Like
definitely a safety
I can
thing.
go more into this. Yeah.
I think it's just because a lot of people are tired that they're like, fuck it, like let's just let it happen, you know?
Yeah, and I understand that, but think about this. So you bring your kid to school, they get sick. Now you have to stay home and watch them, and you can't go to work. How do you pay your bills? I understand that parents need to send their kids to school so they can continue working, but if you're sending your kid to school and he's inevitably going to get sick because there's no plan to keep him safe, you're just damning you and your kid. Now you're both home and you can't pay the bills, and then now you're struggling. There has to be a plan in place. I listen. I'm all for school opening up again. Just be smart about it. Right now, we're just feel like everybody's like, you have to do it. You have this is how it should be. And I think schools definitely should open up again. I just think there needs to be a plan in place,
I definitely
and
agree
right
with that.
now there's not,
Yeah.
and there's no funding for it. Not enough funding for this stuff. So
Question. Taz wants to know,
yes.
have you been tested for COVID?
I have, yes. For work.
Ah, okay, okay. I don't want to say
I
if I have or not.
well, I work with a client, so as far as that goes, I needed to be tested to make sure that I was okay to come in, just to start off and then go from there. And my client's boss, I mean mother, felt that for her to feel comfortable of having us come as employees, we had to get tested. Again, I have no issue with it. I wanted to know if I had it or not that day, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you?
Uh, m- uh more or less. It's this the whole thing about it is that it's a very scary subject, and the test
No, I agree.
is that shit's wild, bro. Like that shit is
I mean, listen,
wild,
it's a
man.
lot. It's a lot, man.
To the back
I
of your
mean,
nasal passage, to the back of that motherfucker back there when it's where it itch and you can't scratch. Like, son,
listen, it's not pleasant. I promise you that.
I know it ain't present. That shit is bullshit.
I agree, but the thing is that sucks about it. It only clears you for that one day. Like the next,
That's
you can catch it right
wild.
after.
That's the bullshit. But the thing about that is that can happen with a lot of things.
Absolutely.
And it,
And that's why I'm scared. I'm scared of the fall because, like, how do you tell what's COVID and what's the flu, or what's a regular cold? I mean, there's very similar things. So I think we're gonna get it over. We're gonna be so hands tied with so many COVID tests because people are not gonna know if they have it or not, and they're gonna start telling people that they should stay home and limit the symptoms. I'm telling you, man, this shit's gonna be crazy when you watch this fall.
yo, this shit is always gonna be wild. Like
This is going to be the weirdest year of all time, close to one of the weirdest years of all time.
I would say the rest of our life is gonna be bullshit. Honestly.
Facts, facts. Honestly, if we can get past this, I think we can get past anything. That's how I feel.
Foreign question. Have you ever had an itch on the back of your eyeball?
Nah.
I will say I haven't either. I don't even know what the fuck that would feel like. That sounds like some loud shit,
I mean, that sounds like you need to go to the doctor and get that shit checked out, man.
right? Somebody need to see that. Oh no, my camera has magically messed up on Streamlabs. It looks like I'm gonna have to fix that. That's what happened when you touch stuff.
Hate when that happens. It's just like you hope you pray that everything goes right. Like I
And
have
that's
my
not
lighting,
even.
I have
And
my
that's
game going on, I have the chat, and it's just like so many things that you have to worry about. It's scary, man.
yeah. It gave me the most ugliest face, but I fixed it. I fixed it. It was fast. Y'all good? Y'all good?
Hey,
Gravy? Y'all good?
there you go,
See,
there you
see,
go.
somebody left. Somebody left. See, I got ugly. I did the ugly face. They had to leave.
Oh my God, they don't even know. They're hating. Just kidding.
All right.
All right.
You got another one, or you want me to go next?
Oh no, you can go next.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hiring a stripper the day before of your marriage is disgusting.
And that's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah. I think it's an unpopular opinion. That's how I feel. I agree with that.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
All right, what you got to
If
say? Let me hear it.
if you and your fiance, actually, hmm, I would be okay with it if it's a mutual, like a Jack and Jill, if you both wanted it, like in the same vicinity, and maybe not in the same like room or anything, but if in the same building or something like that.
So you mean
It's
as in like if my girlfriend or sorry, my fiance wife to be is having her bachelorette party like across the hall? Is that what you mean?
I guess I don't know. I guess I would have. It depends on the people, honestly.
I
If if
I I def
if
I
people
agree
if
I
they
agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
think
how
it's for
you feel about
everybody.
it though.
Again, like I wouldn't do it just because like I don't think one day is gonna make any difference. Like whatever, I'm getting married to you for a reason. So
Exactly.
like I don't need to see anybody else because I chose you to be with me for the rest of my life.
I said
I don't need any persuasion or anything.
I've already told my girl I was like my bachelor party. I was like it's just gonna be me and my boys, pretty much just playing some
Hmm.
games, watching TV, some drinks, smoking, and that's about it.
And
And I don't
that's
drink,
I mean
and like I don't even drink,
yeah.
and like that's gonna be the most that's gonna happen. I was like, if you want to stay, you can stay. Like I don't care. Like nothing's gonna happen. I don't
Yeah.
want no strippers. I don't want no women grinding their ass on me. I don't want none of that. I'm good on all of that, bro. You can keep that
No,
shit
I
over
mean
there. Y'all niggas
yeah.
want to have strippers? All right, cool. Don't put them on me. I don't want no lap dance. I don't want none of that. I'm gravy. I already told people what I want, and
And
so I am.
you both talked about that, like communication is a big thing. So like if you both are comfortable with that, and you don't want anything and she doesn't want anything, then that should be fine. You know, honestly, I think it's a preferable thing, something a conversation that the two like a person like a female and a male should have, or a female or a male should have,
Yeah,
and come up with that. It's hard to say just like what opinion it is because like it honestly is preference based. You know, it has to be on whatever the couple wants. If the couples both want strippers and that's how they want it, then damn it, have fucking strippers. Who cares?
yeah,
As long as you both are happy at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Who gives a fuck for what my opinion is towards that? Even if I say it's disgusting, and if you both are happy that you both had saw some shit, then hey, more power to you.
yeah. Hey, I'm with you there. I say as long as you're fine with it, that's cool. Me personally, I'm not about it. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Me either.
Simple
I'm
shit.
I'm more, I'm happy where I'm at, and I don't need a day to like cheat. Like, not I don't mean like cheat. I'm just saying it's like a cheat meal in a way, and that's how I view it. And I don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with what I have, and it's a beautiful thing. And I just hope that I can have more days like that. So I don't want anything to mess that up, even if it's just a day to myself with a stripper. I'm not gonna do that.
I completely agree with that. I'm not about that life at all. So you got another one?
Yeah, I had a. I had one, but I lost it. Oh no, no, no! I got it. I got it back. Um, unpopular opinion. Stocks are not good to invest in, or are good. Oh no, yeah, are not good to invest in.
I
Because
would
I
say, yeah,
heard
that
that
is an
a lot of
unpopular
people don't
opinion.
think so.
I would say because stocks are see stocks is based on how well you can do stocks. If you if you're not gonna pay attention, if you're not gonna constantly be up on the media, the hypes, you got to read the articles. You have to pay attention to mergings of the businesses and so on and so forth. There's a lot of shit that you have to do that comes down with stocks. It's just you can't just throw your money into a business and then be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make bread. Like that's all that is. Like, oh, I threw $300 on Apple, I'm straight. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like
I
that at
mean, even
all.
though Apple's doing really well.
Exactly. I agree. But the thing is, you can't just throw 300 on it and then think like that's the
Oh,
end of it.
facts.
I would say there's a lot more to it. Also, I would say there are highs and lows to the stock game. And where I think a lot of people also fuck up when it comes to stocks is that a lot of people will lose money and then they will take out. They were like, just sell the rest. Like, fuck it, I'm losing money. Instead of trying to wait it out sometimes. Obviously, it depends on what's happening with the company itself. But people don't want to do the extra research. And some of the research that actually matters is some of the research that most business shit is not going to tell you about. And that's like
I
the
agree.
personal business, the personal shit that's happening. Because a lot of the shit that's happening in personal lives, that's the shit that manages how stocks are gonna go. Trust me, yo. If a CEO get in a big blunder, or they do some racist shit or something like that, nigga, stocks go down.
Agreed.
I was
Oh,
saying, if you don't
hundred
hear
thousand
about that
percent,
shit,
man.
you don't hear about that shit. Sorry, sorry. Like, yo, you got to be on it. You have to be on it. One day you making dumb bread, and the next thing you know, you didn't, you weren't paying attention, and somebody's phone blew up in their pocket, and it was the brand that you was fucking with that was new, and now they have to recall all their phones, and you wasn't paying attention,
And then you
and
lost
now you
all
lost
that
hella
things.
bread.
Yeah.
Exactly,
And all it
shit like
does,
that.
does is take one thing. And honestly, I think if you're smart with it, it's a good investment because you are checking up what you and actually even though you can get one share, you are making a difference in that company. You know, like you are investing and you're putting your hopes, your money, your intuition. You're like this company has something going for them, and I want to support them. Actually, some of that stuff is really important. Like you could be doing research for medical or pharmaceuticals who are looking for different drugs, and your money could be helping funding that stuff. So like there are so many benefits. I mean, if you think about it, everything has a stock. All brands have a stock. Your
Hmm.
car has a stock. Your computer has a stock, man. Like Apple, think about it. Everything, your cereal that you eat has a stock.
Sure does.
How do you think they maintain by selling their shares? It's just how it is, and people are scared of stocks because they don't understand it. But if you do the research and you take the time to actually learn what it's about and what it can do, you can make some money for it. But you can also be providing stuff for the future to make the human civilization more advanced in a way.
Exactly. I would say one of the stocks that I started to dive into is just free game for anybody out there. Airlines.
Mhm.
Airline stock is low as shit right now. And why is airline stock low as shit? Because of the pandemic. Right or wrong.
Agreed. I'm
Now,
I'm actually having some stocks in there too. Banks too. Banks are really low.
exactly. It's the simple shit. Now, people don't realize it's like, oh, all right, you buy a few stocks of Azul Airlines, right? Some Brazilian airline. It was at $44 around February post pandemic, right?
Mhm.
Is it post? Is it post apocalyptic, post pandemic, whatever the fuck?
Yeah. I
Before
mean, well,
the pandemic.
I don't know if it's post because we're still in it.
Okay, makes sense. So before the pandemic, it was at 44 shares. When I bought it, it was at $6 a share. It was at
Mhm.
$44 a share, and then when I bought it, it was at $6 a share. Right now, it's back at about 14, to like $12 to $14 a share. Based off of that
But that's the
alone,
risk, you know.
exactly, it's the risk, but it's understanding that some shit is gonna drop really, really low, and just because it's really low doesn't mean that it's gonna die the fuck out. There, like, what
Yeah.
was it? We talked about it the other day. Hertz had a mean jump.
All dirty.
I think Hertz jumped up by like damn near 1,000%. It went from like 85 cents to like $5. And that means if you had a
Oh,
lot of
really?
yes, that means if you had a lot of stock in Hertz, bro, you made bank. And I mean, nigga, you made bank, bruh. I'm nigga,
Wow.
yo, son. It jumped out of fucking nowhere, literally out of nowhere. And that's the thing about stocks is that if you can get the right stock that jumps out of nowhere, because I've had it twice, where I've grabbed a stock that jumped up like 100%, and I'm like,
Mm.
yo, bet, good shit, jumped on it the right day. I think
Yeah, one of the companies I did was Neo, and my boy was like, "You should jump on this stock," and I was like, "I'm not ready to invest." It was at $2. Now it's at $16, and I was thinking about doing like 5 or 10 shares, and I'm like, oh, man, I should have just jumped on it. But
nah, you should
now
have told me. I would have copped some
I'm
shares.
at the point where I'm like, I'm comfortable like making like a decision like this, and I can invest. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I guess I missed out.
Well, yeah,
I'm not gonna feel bad about it though.
exactly. I'll say, especially if you're not even throwing in large sums of money and you have the money to spend like that, but you're just trying to test your waters. Say you throwing $20 in there to a certain share, it might get you 100 shares, depending on the share you got, or might get you 2 shares, 3 shares, whatever the fuck. The
Hmm.
more you try it, the more you do little, the bigger you can go. Because I literally started with penny stocks. That was my shit. I was finding anything that was less than $1, anything that was less than $1, and if it was in the tens, I was game for it because I would buy at least 10. And if the shit shot up, I was making a penny each. It was like it was easy gains, and it was just an experiment to see how good I was at it. Now, over time, doing this, I'd have to say just doing it from personal alone, not getting any tip from any other people. I've gotten a few tips. I'm not gonna lie. I have gotten a few tips from a few people, but at this point, I'm up 35%.
Holy shit! Wow, nice.
Literally, I'm up
That,
$150 from when I started. And this is just basically just me looking at certain companies, seeing what's happening, just going back and forth, looking at certain items that are going to be more consumer friendly or things that people are going to want. Like it, it's just hard, but it's also a little bit rewarding because I've gotten to this point. I've gotten to these spikes. Say, I think my highest spike was let's see, 53%.
hmm. Let me ask
53.88%
you.
was my
Yeah.
highest spike when it came to my stocks. I doubled my bread at that time.
Wow.
Like,
And that's sometimes it's what it takes. Let me ask you a question.
sure.
Do you think it's a good idea to invest into the larger companies? Let me give you an example. Disney. I have a share in Disney. Just because like I did my research, they're planning to open up this weekend, even with COVID being a thing. Like they plan to keep like open up, and then the following weekend they want to open up more. Um, I started off, just putting money into certain stocks, but now I'm like, you know what? I see some of these big companies and I think they're going to continue to grow. Like Disney, you'll never really lose your value because they have Disney Plus. They are always coming out with movies. They own Star Wars. There's so many things that have a positive in it. So I wanted to see what your view is on that.
I would say Disney is more of a give and go type thing. I would say there's a lot of stocks that I would say is like long term stocks, and then you have stocks that are like give and go, which are more like Apple, Amazon at this point, and I would say Disney.
Hmm.
And same actually with cryptocurrency, same with Bitcoin. Now, the thing about these stocks is that they have a ratio in an area that they most likely stay in constantly all the fucking time. Now, the thing
Hmm.
about it is if you can find these stocks at these certain points, and you know when it's about to shoot back up, and you can catch it almost damn near at the lowest point, you can make damn near $30, $20 here, $30 here, $40 here by literally buying one share, waiting for it to go up, and then selling it, waiting for it to go back down, buying it again, and then repeating the process. I would say it takes a lot of money to do something like that, because the thing about those stocks is that those stocks are in the hundreds. So a small percentage change when it comes to those is like a few $10 to $20. I would say, like, when it comes to
Mhm.
Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes up 1.6% when it's at 9,000%, it's literally going to go up like $100.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Bitcoin is very scary to watch. Like
Oh my God, is
I'm
it
not
scary to
comfortable
watch?
to do it yet.
I've been doing little small amounts. So what I've been doing is that I've been waiting for it to drop around. I'm gonna give everybody some free game, and I know a lot of people aren't watching this because I'm in the beginning of my career. Just so y'all know, but when y'all come back to this video in years from time, I told y'all niggas. But um, what I do currently right now is that when it's around 9,000, like the low 9,000s or 8,000 right there, I buy some, just because if you have a crypto app like the crypto base app or Coinbase app, you can buy parts of it. You don't have to buy
Mm,
a full Bitcoin. Feel me? So I'll
mm,
buy like $10 worth or something like that when it's in the 800s. Wait for that bitch to rise back to like 9,000 and some change, and then
mm.
sell it and just make a few quick bucks. That's what I've been
There you
doing,
go.
and I think the biggest amount I made was like $30 because I caught it when it was at like 8.87 or something like that. It was at a low point, and then it went up to like 9.7, and I was like, oh shit, bet. And like it's hard, and it takes time, and it's gonna be little by little. But the more money you can play with, and the more that you understand the game and you know the game, and the more comfortable you get with it, it's the easier the money will come to you doing these things. Um,
Facts.
but yeah, sorry, that's what I want to say. I know I took that on a mean ramble. My bad.
No, 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 no. It's very interesting to like hear somebody else's perspective on the stock game. It's a form of gambling in a way because you're gambling
Yeah,
on these companies to make it.
it's just very
It's
illegal.
yeah,
That's all that is. It's just very legal to do so.
yeah. So yeah, so I mean, honestly, you just got to do your research. And if you're not ready to do it, don't do it.
Uh,
That's what I tell people. So
Taz said something a little while ago that I forgot to say. She says that people say that it's unfair because things that cost you a lot of money, the company that made it, it only cost the materials are really actually cheap.
that's just the game. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. They get them. It's their company, and they deem whatever they want to do with it. And the shit is obvious. I mean, there are times where it's not fair. Yeah, why are we paying so much money when it only costs them, say, like an Android or Apple Watch? You got to pay $500, and it costs them maybe $50 to make.
Yeah.
It's just profits. I mean, they own the market. It's unfortunate, but I mean, there's nothing really we can do about it unless you buy shares and be a part of it. It's either you step aside and or you try to be a part of it. So
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just the nonsense that you have to deal with, especially being at this lower class. Because usually the people at the upper class, why they get away with it so well, is because the more money you have, less amount you fucking care about spending on things, and it's
yep,
prevalent. And like people say, oh no, I'll still be frugal, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. But like you have to understand, just because you're making more money and you may not be spending it as crazy as other people are spending it, you're still spending more. It happens. Like if you're only making $200 a week and then you go to making like $800 a week, trust me, you're gonna be spending a little bit more. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, I can go out tonight. I can go out a little bit more. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. Like that shit comes with it. You may not be spending a fucking fortune, but you will spend more. Um, when it comes to products, we as people who don't create the product honestly can't gauge the price of what a product should be most of the time.
We're
I would
just
have to say.
yeah, we're just guessing.
I say because like you go to a store and you pick up a bottle of spray cleaner or whatever the fuck, and you're like, God damn, $5? What the fuck? Like it's spray cleaner. It's like, my nigga, do you know how to make spray cleaner? Do you not understand all the chemical imbalances that you have to do to make sure that you don't fucking kill people when this shit comes out, so on and so.
And you have to
Like
pay the people to like the pharmacists to figure it out. Like
exactly, you have
there's a
to
lot of
the packaging, the type of shit that has to go to, the shipping, everything counts. There's a lot of shit that
that
goes
five
into
dollars
that.
means a lot, huh?
Yes. And most of the time when you're buying something, you're not usually buying it literally from the people themselves. That's usually how it goes. You're not literally buying your let's say you go to Walmart, right? Everything you're buying at Walmart, that money goes back to Walmart. They buy the shit already and it's in the store, and then obviously all that money goes to Walmart, right? Now,
Mhm.
you as an individual can judge something in a store and be like, God damn, this is some expensive shit. But like, you also have to understand there is a lot more into the game than just the item itself. I'm gonna say, if you're making something yourself, you're gonna be like, yo, this shit needs to, like, I'm charging a lot because I'm doing this myself. if you're
Yeah.
if you're making a fucking shoe, if you're making shoes by your goddamn self, how much you think you're gonna sell that goddamn shoe for?
I'm gonna sell as much as I want to sell it.
Exactly.
I
And
mean, I built it, right?
that's my point. That's my point. You built it. You know how much work you put into it. And you can set the price. And
And
if
you
people are
value it.
willing,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. If people are willing to pay, they're going to pay. But I think Balenciagas are some of the ugliest fucking shoes on the planet. But how much do they fucking cost?
I actually don't know, to
They're
be honest.
they're like plus $400 shoes. I don't rock sneakers
Wow.
like that. I'm not big on sneakers like that. I don't have a bunch of Jordans, so on and so forth. I'm fine with wearing any sneaker that I think is fucking comfortable on my foot and it looks good. If it looks good to me, I like the goddamn sneaker. I got Reeboks, Pumas, all types of shit. Like, if it looks good, it looks good. I got off-brand sneakers that I think are fucking fire, and they
Mm.
cost $20. Get at me. Like, they cost $20. I also got Hirachis in there. That's $120. Like, it's if I like the shoe, I like the shoe. I'm just cheap.
You're gonna pay
Be
for
real
what
with
you
you.
like, you know.
Exactly. And if you feel that you have enough value, if it has enough value, you're gonna put the money down. I know there's a lot
Facts.
of times that people go to the goddamn store and they're like, "Oh, god damn, this shit costs a lot of money," but you still buy that bitch.
When they need other things, it's honestly a, and that's what the market they're trying to build. You know, like they're
Supply
gonna be
and
like,
demand.
yeah, you can buy regular shit, but why you need this watch? They're gonna make it more appealing, and they make shit to break. Why? Because that means you got to buy the newer version. You don't want to know old version because it's obsolete, right?
Yes, that shit kills me. Is the fact that they're allowed to do that. It's like having the police. It's like giving the police the ability to lie just to get something out of you. It's like
Yep.
if you could just play fucking word games with a lot of people. It's like if you get someone who's not fairly highly educated in certain things, you can fuck with them easy and make them say the wrong fucking thing. Also, there are just some people that are just nervous and just fuck up their wording. Some people can't
Yep.
talk to girls.
Hmm.
Like,
I agree.
yeah, this world is wild, yeah. I just can't
You
understand
know
it.
what? The world is what it is. You know, it is what it is. You got to make the best out of it. It's eat or be eaten. So I mean, you gotta put up or shut up, or just you gotta be a wolf in this world. You can't be a sheep.
Definitely not.
You know, because that means you're just gonna be taken advantage of. You can't do that. You know, nobody's gonna. The only person that has your back is yourself. I mean, because people say family sometimes, but sometimes it's just not even like that.
It sucks that that's what you have to deal with, though. It sucks that that's what you have to be. It's like, oh, you have to be a wolf. That sucks because not everybody's made to be a wolf. You feel what I'm saying?
True. Yep, I agree. It's just I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. All right. So next topic.
Yeah.
All right. So this one kind of ties in with the very last one that I written down. Um, Wikipedia is a reliable source.
Wikipedia is a reliable source.
That's number one. Now, number two is just because a lot of people agree doesn't mean you are right.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the other one first.
Please be my guest, sir.
Okay, so you said because a lot of people agree doesn't mean you're right,
Hold
right?
on, hold on, hold on. Right before you start, we're at a 40-minute mark, so I just want to shout out everything right now. Please go follow at KingKadoTalks. I'm on I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Please follow the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Squarebox, a bunch of other shit. I'm on everything that has podcasts. Um, please go follow, like, subscribe, comment, everything. Do everything. I would say you don't have to rate me 5 stars because if you don't like the content, I'm not the type of dude to make you rate it 5 stars anyway. If you like it, you like it. You want to rate it 2 stars, rate it 2 stars. You want to rate it three. Tell me what you want. Put the comments in there. I read everything on every platform. Follow me on Twitch. That's where I go live. I also go live on Spoon. Avery, you got anything you would like to say?
Yeah, you could follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Soavecito, Soavecito. You can also find me on Twitter at Little Avecito. Um, and pretty much, I play games, I do these podcasts, and just have fun with it. I talk some real shit. So definitely show some love to me, show some love to Kato, and just enjoy the ride.
Last shout out goes to Phenom. Please follow my YouTube, Spotify. Favorite songs that I know personally by him is Vibes and Astrozone. Please check those out on YouTube. Everything else, I say that's pretty much it. Like I said, King Cuddle Talks all platforms except for Twitter. I gotta make that one, and YouTube is coming soon. So work with me, people. I love you. All right, next, next opinion. Actually, no, sorry. Go ahead. Would you like me to reiterate it
So
just so you're
so wait,
right?
wait, I just want to make sure I got it right. You said it's when a lot of people agree with you, doesn't make you right,
Right.
right? Okay. So I see is that could actually be. I agree. Like I actually agree with that opinion. Just because like when it comes down to it, you could be a very good spokesmanship, or you could be very good at manipulating other people. And I say that as like, what's the worst, Hitler? Doesn't mean he was right for what he did, but a lot of people who agreed to what he was saying or preaching, right? So you could just be very in depth or charismatic to where somebody understands where you're coming from and be able to sway them into believing what you're preaching. Think about it like now. Imagine there's another movie, The Mist, when they're in a supermarket
One of my favorite
and
movies.
yeah, basically they're in a supermarket and things go to awry, and one woman's like, "This person's doing it," and they convinced all these other people that this person was the reason why the shit was happening. You know, like, and now and it shows like she was even right about it, but she was persuasive enough to start some shit, and that's the scary part of it. So I definitely agree. I don't think because a lot of people agree you're right necessarily.
I just want to say one thing about that movie is that the ending of that movie is one of the most fucked up endings in cinema history.
Oh,
To be honest,
for sure,
just to be
bro.
honest, just say I want to know one of my favorite genres of movies, which actually is not really a main genre that everybody knows of, but you can actually go on Google and find this. It's one room movies, mainly where most of the room takes place in one, where most of the movie takes place in one room. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
those are my
Oh, like
favorite
American Son,
movies.
like American Son. You ever seen
I
that?
can give you. I think I've seen American Son. I believe so.
That
I,
happened in one room.
yeah, yes. Actually, I know. I know what movie you're talking about. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got movies like The
Hmm.
Devil, Elevator, The Hateful Eight was a good one. That was a really good one. The Call Up. You got
What's
you
the
got
movie that it was like divided, like it was a hotel divided between like
1408.
the borders of. No, 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 no. It was like they would divide it between like Nevada and another place. It was like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Are you talking about the Hateful Eight?
No, it's not the Hateful Eight. It's basically like these random people's like is it the
What
Hateful Eight?
time period is it?
Oh my God. It's like this like now like
Oh,
this
it's
hold on,
modern
let me check
day,
it.
and they're at a hotel. Is it like somebody tried to kill somebody, and they're trying to find this killer that's running around the
I
hotel?
think so.
And that the
Hold on,
guy's
let me see if I can find it.
what's his name? The guy from goddamn, what's his name? Stanley Kubrick? No, that's the actual director. I'm an idiot. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot. I think I know what movie you're talking about.
It's gonna bother me. Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale. That's the name of it.
I think I've seen that. I'm
I
not
think
too
that's in
positive.
one. Yeah, yeah.
I would say, but
Bad Times at the El Royale. That movie is sick.
I'm telling you, one room movies is the shit. I got a whole list of one room movies. I'm telling y'all now, if
Mhm.
y'all ever want one room movies, just hit me up, hit the DMs on any of the platforms, message me. I'll just give you the list of movies that I got. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. You're gonna love every movie I got. Not every single movie, but most of them make you think. I'm telling you. Oh,
I
so
believe you.
sorry. Sorry, going back to you. So yeah, like I agree. Just because a lot of people back you up doesn't mean you're right. And that was a great example with Hitler because that was a gigantic example of that.
Also, money plays a factor. If somebody's like, if you pay somebody to believe you, then hey, they're gonna believe you. You know, they're gonna back whatever you say. Doesn't mean it's right. People are entitled to their own opinions,
Yes.
and they can think you're doing something wrong, and it doesn't matter what you say. Sometimes
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
completely
make you
agree.
right. So
And then the second one was Wikipedia is a reliable source. How do you feel about that?
I personally don't think that Wikipedia is a reliable source, just because like I think if I'm correct, people can edit that. Like
True. I would say
by
that.
other users can edit that.
See, this specific unpopular opinion, I think had about like 42,000 people like it on Reddit.
Really?
If y'all didn't know, this is where I get a lot of my unpopular opinions. I get them from Reddit, and then I just discuss them. So I'm not taking
No,
any things
I
away
think
from
that's
the
cool,
people.
man. Like,
But yeah, it's like 42,000. Like some people are like it's like a army of nerds that constantly checking to make sure that everything is correct and up to date. And I was like, I can
mm,
somewhat understand that because I can't lie. A lot of the things that I got off of Wikipedia was true. Hey, I'll just be real
yeah,
with you. Like I didn't fail my test or anything like that from going on Wikipedia. So something out there
uh,
is right.
I hear you, man.
I mean, but obviously
I've
a lot of
also
people
looked on
change dumb shit.
Wikipedia. Do I think everything that Wikipedia has on it is reliable?
Oh, definitely
Absolutely
not.
not.
Definitely not. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. But I think it can be a reliable source sometimes.
I could see it. I could see it, but I'm more leaning towards just because people can edit it. It's it's tough. It's tough to like really know what's reliable on this place. And I don't know. I'm more like saying it's not reliable.
Yeah. I would say, hey, I would say that's why it's unpopular opinion.
But that brings back to the other thing. Like, it's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Even though if a lot of people agree with me, it doesn't mean I'm right.
True. Very
That's
true.
just how it is.
Um, I would say this next one is going to be a very big doozy.
Okay.
Um, we should let some dog breeds die out.
Hmm.
Now think about that question before you answer it.
I mean, I have like a question on that. Like, why? I guess. I mean,
Well, okay, let me answer why. Why? Because say from what I've seen is like a lot of dogs that are the way they've been bred has led to a lot of genetic defects that has really fucked with them and fucked with
okay.
their making up of their systems and like pugs or something like that. They have mean respiratory system issues And there are a lot of dogs that don't live long because of the type of dog and type of dog that they are and how they were breeded over the years and so on and so forth.
Oh
Honestly, I think
wow.
it's fucked up, but like I somewhat also understand it as well. But it's like
Hmm.
I don't think like we I it's a it's a half and half thing. I personally don't believe we have the call to say like, oh, this you don't deserve to have this breed around anymore. But like I don't
Yeah, I
know.
definitely could. I could. I feel like you shouldn't go off killing like animals,
I
like
didn't say
even
kill
though,
them. I
or
didn't
like no,
say
no, not
kill
killing.
them.
No, no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I didn't
I don't
say
think breeding.
exterminate these niggas. Nah.
No, yeah, no, 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 yeah, no. I think that's a hard question. I really don't know how to answer it because, like, honestly, I think nature should take its course. I don't think breeding two different types of an animal is correct.
I'm sorry. What happened? Did you fall off? What happened? Hey, can you hear me? Um, sorry. It looks like we're having technical difficulties. I would say I hear you, but you were breaking up. Ah.
Shit.
Let me try calling you back. Sorry, everybody. We're having a little technical difficulties. Sorry, everyone. So we're gonna take a quick break. So I'm probably gonna try to find something very nice to leave you with, just so you're not just sitting here bored and just obviously listening to nothing. Oh, okay. Here he is. Oh, sorry. Looks like I gotta do it on here. So weird. Sorry. Sorry if this is loud for anybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, something, I guess just something happened with my internet. I think something, like, I gotta get the internet person to come out.
Ah, it's okay. It happens to me all the time. Out of nowhere, my
I
internet
th
will just go out, and then
Yeah,
it'll come back.
honestly, and I think that's something with 5G or like the internet, people are fucking with it because like it happens randomly at late at night, and it could be so it can even sometimes it's not even me. I could just be like I have full internet and then it just cuts off.
Yeah.
I have like had so many people come through, um, had all different types of like at least 4 times, and they said that maybe it might be my building's wiring, but honestly, I think they're fucking with it. Honest, like everything was working like 2 seconds ago. Now it's out. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'll say it's a lot of shit. I don't know what's actually going on, but it's nonsense. It's
Yeah,
nonsense.
but you know what? It's okay. I could finish on my phone. It's not a big deal. I hope that's okay. Is my audio fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I'll say I figured we'd do this for about 5 more minutes. Say get one more topic in. I'll say see how long that goes, and then we call it a
Yeah,
night.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Uh, is there anything else you want to say about the dog breed one, or you still didn't know what you want to say
No,
about that?
no, I was saying, I think nature should just take its course. Like just I think we have way too much hands on with everything that's going on. Like just in the world, like we are changing we are breeding animals that are maybe not even supposed to be bred together. So I think we should just lay back, let. Unfortunately, I think maybe we should just let them live their lives, and then when they die, and then not breed those animals again, because they like you said, there is a lot of defects that can affect these animals because they're not supposed to be bred. Let nature take its course. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I'll say I know it's a hard thing for people to understand and for people to accept, but like there's some things that just have to be done, and for the
And again,
betterment of.
I just want to say this. We, the earth was here before us. You know, animals were here before us. What gives us the right to start doing shit like breeding different types of animals to just see what happens?
Right.
I don't know. I just think you just let nature do what it's supposed to do. Like think about it when the quarantine everybody just stayed the fuck inside, right?
Hmm.
Mm, the world started to get better magically. It's not magic. It's how it's supposed to be. Like being having all these cars with the gas emissions or the fumes that coming from each car or on the factories that and then or the water. Like all this shit that we're doing is affecting the planet.
Yeah, it is.
If if we honestly if we all like got instinct, the earth would actually make possibly live longer
I would say,
because
have you not noticed how much the world has gotten better since the coronavirus shit has started? Since we've
no,
been
I
in the
agree.
house?
It's you know what I say the coronavirus is the world's fever.
Yeah, it's told niggas to sit their ass the fuck down for once. It's like, yo, y'all been doing too much. We need you to chill. Like, it's like you doing way too much right now. You doing
Yeah,
way too
I
much.
agree.
Like way too much is happening.
And then why do I call it a fever? What do fevers do? Why do people get fevers? Because they're sick and our body's reacting to it. Our body's temperatures rises for a reason, so we can kill off the infection. Look, coronavirus. How many people have died? Like we sat our asses inside. We still might have another pandemic. We might have another closure. It's just the world's way of saying, you know, we're fucking tired of you guys. If it is, man, maybe we don't know. There's so many conspiracy. I'm not gonna even get into that, but let the world be what the world is supposed to be. We are just grateful enough to live on it. Treat it like it's our home. You know, don't treat it like it's just a playground.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd say we're living with a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of nonsense that we have that has to go down. And
Yeah,
at the end of the day, we really don't know what's gonna happen, and I think a lot of us are scared.
I agree.
And it's literally we're just scared. I don't. There's no other way to put it. We're just scared.
But you know what? I would just tell people, just take that fear and just keep going. Do as much as you want to do. Love your loved ones, you know. Appreciate the days that you have on this earth. It's a blessing that we are able to be on this earth. You know, think about it like this. You know what the percentages of actually being born is? It's absurd. I don't have the because my internet's down. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's like one in like 0.0000001% or some shit like that that you are here because you have to be all the sperm, you have to be get the egg fertilized, you have to survive that 9 months, then you have to go through breathing. There's so many things and complications and all this stuff. So just to people need to understand you're lucky to be on this earth.
Yes. Hell
Like
yeah.
another thing is your parents had to meet. You know, what if your parents never met each other? There's so many factors that play in that number is like I said 0.000 for a long ass 0 to 1%. So your ass is lucky to be here, and you're on an earth that's a breathable air. Like you better appreciate the planet, appreciate everybody, appreciate what time you have on this earth.
I agree. I would say people don't realize like there's a lot of
You can't.
coincidences that had to happen for you to be here.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of
mean,
shit.
we when we're born, we have a due date. You don't know when it is. That's the scary part. You could die at any moment, but you got to make the best of it.
you gotta make the best of your life because you don't know what's next. That's a whole nother topic we're gonna have to get through.
Yeah.
The afterlife, bro. Like we got some topics, man. I got some shit.
I'll say, oh man, afterlife is a real big topic. I say say that shit's that's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot to talk about if we do the
Th-
afterlife. That's gonna be
That's
serious.
gonna be like an hour, 2 hour thing, man. I got a lot of shit.
Hey,
No, no cap, bro. I got so much shit.
I say I'm
And
down
just
for
because I
that.
have so many views on it.
Hey, I'm down for that. Shit, I'm definitely down for that. That one's gonna be a very interesting topic.
Yeah, and I hope everybody stays tuned because that's gonna be fire.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everybody, please come check it out when we do it. I'll let y'all know. I'll definitely put up something so we know when that's going to
Yeah,
happen beforehand. Actually, most likely that'll probably be the next one. Say, I'm not going to do
yeah, we
unpopular
should, man.
opinions back to back. I try to space them out,
Hmm.
do different episodes. So next episode, we're probably going to do the afterlife and shit like that. I think that's a really good topic. I'm going to
Yeah.
write that shit down right now so I don't forget.
Oh man, see, it's crazy. We're talking about different things, and then we just got something for next week, or whenever we do it. Or it's fun, man. This shit is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I never even thought about the afterlife. So that's a very good and strong subject to talk about. See, it's
I mean,
also a
there's a
very
lot of
religious
things.
subject, I would have to say. So I can understand why we haven't talked about it. It's just not. I know not everybody feels the same way about everything, so you don't try to put it onto everybody. You feel me?
Yeah, agree. And then how about the fear of it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really know. There's again, I want to save all this for next week. Everybody can
All
get
right.
just gets a
Yeah.
little taste
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I see. We about to go off already. Like, no, I feel you. Like, it's a big
No, I
one.
know. I really want to talk about this shit, but I want to save my content for a little later because then I get to think about it more and I can write shit down that I want to bring my points and shit. So I'm
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
wait.
All right,
What,
bet.
what's the next unpopular opinion?
All right. Last unpopular opinion is. Oh, sorry. I went back because I had to write that down. Um, teenagers played by 20-year-olds. Teenagers that are played by 20-year-olds in movies can mess up real teenagers' self-esteem.
So let me see if I understand this right. You're saying teenagers
Zac
that are
Efron playing a high school student will fuck up a teenager's self-esteem.
and that's an unpopular opinion.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because how many times have you seen high school students actually be high school students?
True,
I
true.
would say
It's using
who
an
was it?
adult.
Who was it? Jennifer Love Hewitt back in the 90s, I think it was
Hmm.
like the teen idol or some shit like that, and she was like fucking 27, and she was like
Hmm.
doing 18s. Who was it? Myrtle from Harry Potter, the dead chick that was in
Hmm.
the thing. She was like 27.
Hmm. That's crazy.
I would say that's my thing is like you have grown people playing younger people, but there's certain things that make them look young, but they also aren't young either. Like you're just it fucks with self esteem. I completely agree with that. I've never even thought about that.
Um, I think so too. Just because it just makes you think how fake that I mean, it's manipulating your mind to think that this person's your age
Yeah,
and they
why don't I
understand what
look
the
like
things you're
that?
going through.
Why don't I
You
look
know,
like that?
I can. I'm a little torn just because like I understand that coming from that. Like if I watch something and I see somebody, it's like I know this actor. He's 30 and he's playing a 16-year-old. But when you think about it, it's a movie. So obviously they found the best person to fit that role. And if that person like is does a good enough
Take that
job,
back. Take that back.
take that back.
Take that back. If you said if the actor that they found that role, he must be perfect for the role, right?
Well, no, no, or good,
Because you
or
can't tell me that there are
I don't
people
know.
that are like, oh yeah, this would be the actor for this role, and they completely are fucking trash.
Oh, okay. How about this? So, so the reason why I said that is, yes, you can. What would you do? you're a movie producer. You need to make a lot of money on this next movie. Are you going to get some person that is the age for that role and might not make you money, or are you going to find somebody
I
give me an actor that's old that plays somebody Leonardo DiCaprio or something. Say like he plays the movie and he plays somebody young. Or you're gonna get Leonardo. You're gonna obviously gonna get the person that is gonna make you the more money.
I
And I'm
I
not saying
I
that's
can I
and
get
I'm not
that.
saying that's correct, but everything is about money.
True.
And yes, it could fuck up somebody's self-esteem. It could really do. But some people can see it that this is only a movie, and I'm not gonna let this bother me because that person's not really that age, so I don't really see that being any difference.
I
Again,
agree. I would say,
it's
but there's a lot of
honestly,
people that get affected by that way, though. Say
yeah,
there are a lot of people
it's
that are
honest,
highly affected by movies.
yeah, it's honestly somebody's opinion. Some people can be really bothered by it. Some people can't. Like me, I used to go to movies all the time, and I've been in that situation where I know actors weren't their age, but I don't care. I personally don't care. It doesn't. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
If it's a good ass movie and I enjoyed it, I'm paying money to watch a good ass movie. And if that actor did a good enough job to make me like the movie, then they did their job.
I would say, but we're also
You
talking
know?
about at different ages, though. But when you're watching the movie, you're not thinking of yourself as this person. You feel me? And also,
Yeah.
and we can't always talk about known people as well, because there are plenty of non-known actors that play high school students
Yeah.
that are old as fuck.
It's all about making money. It really is, man.
I agree, but like I understand where you're coming from when it comes to the money aspect of the things, and then like trying to get star power, so on and so forth. But you telling me that you've never seen C-roll film with somebody that nobody that you've known in there, but still they're still old.
Yeah,
And I
I
understand
have.
there's certain
I
shit
have.
that you can't do with kids because of obviously age limitations and so on and so forth, if that's the type of film you're making. But if you're not making that type of film, then there's no reason to have a grown ass person playing a teenager, especially if everybody else is teenagers and the star person that you have is just some random grown adult.
Yeah, like I said, I
And
could
tell
see
me,
both sides.
and one more other thing, sorry, is that
No.
there are teen actors that have as much star power as other actors. Honestly, most of the time you want, if you have a teen film, who the fuck do you think is going to come see this teen film? Teenagers, most of the time.
Teens.
Teens and young
Yeah.
niggas. If you are making a teen film, are you really going to grab somebody that only makes films for people in their 40s or 30s?
Facts.
Like,
Yeah, you're right.
that doesn't make any sense to me. It's just I
I mean,
understand it's
again,
just preference and
I don't
money,
know.
so I get you. I get you. It's just I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see. No, I agree. I agree on your points. But again, like if I'm a teen, put it the same scenario. If I'm a teen and I know one of my favorite actors are playing the main character in this movie, even if it's young or not, that's also going to play a big factor into it too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so it could honestly swing it either way. Will again, like what if my favorite actors in it and then will it affect my self-esteem? Possibly, but you won't know until you go see it, and it's honestly preference based. Yes, you can get an actor that is that age that can be have a star power. Well, that would be the perfect answer for everything, right? Find
Yeah.
an actor that is a teenager who's popular. That would be perfect, but it doesn't work like that all the time. There's always variables and factors that we don't account. We don't know what the situation of the movie producing company is. We don't
Yeah.
know how if there's things that messed the things up or they had somebody planned but they needed somebody else and we don't know that. So I give them a little of a little bit of benefit of the doubt. But if everything was fine and they decided to do that, then that's on them. You
Yeah.
know, they made that decision and we are entitled to feel how we feel about it.
I agree. I
So
completely agree with that point.
I honestly I didn't really give you an answer, but I'm just
I
I
mean, it's the
PR'd
closest
this
you got
shit.
to what you got. I mean, I can't have you give me a full answer on everything. You might not have a full opinion on everything. It's just what you got.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I just try to whenever I hear an opinion, I try to see both sides of it. Because
Yes.
honestly, you there's two sides of a coin. You if you listen to one side, you don't know how the other side is. Maybe the other you won't know the full truth unless you hear both sides.
True. That is always
That's
true.
how I see it.
And that's how a lot of people should see it. Like you have to see or hear both sides for you to understand the full picture. Because a lot of people are only going to tell you what they've seen. And a lot of times, every time you go back to a memory, there's always something that you add in there or something that you change that wasn't there the last time. I say it's just fact.
Yeah.
And it's
Off
wild.
topic. Oh, good.
No,
Off
good.
topic, which is crazy now. Like, there's two sides of the story, right? And then people say there's always the third story. That's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in an age where there's no more he said, she said anymore. It's do you have video proof of what happened? Because honestly, like like I said, we're in an age where technology is advancing, and there is cameras, there's phones, there's iPads, there's cameras, there's all these technologies. There's no bad like in the past, he said, she said was just good enough. That's not sufficing.
Yeah, not anymore. Especially if you got everything around and you have the tools to make sure that there's
Yeah,
more
that
than just
will
he said,
for
he
and
said.
it's sad. Like even now, like I'm blackmail. I pull out my phone. It's my safety net. Me not having my phone on me is detrimental to my life. I need to have it for a safety net. If I get pulled over, I need to pull
I
it out.
agree. I
Protect
agree.
myself.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I always have to have my
I'm
phone
actually
with me.
gonna put a dash cam on my fucking car. I'm gonna do it.
I
You
plan
never
on
know,
getting a
'cause
dash cam. I just got to get a
yeah,
car
you
first.
say it again.
I said I just got to get a car first. I'm trying to get a car. I'm trying to
Oh
get my
yeah,
first car.
I got you. I heard you. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure hopefully it'll rise, but whenever you do, you're gonna have to experience the same shit. I would say get a dash cam.
I am.
I feel like I have to get a gun to protect myself and a dash cam or a phone, like have my phone on me. I don't I want to live my life to the fullest, and I don't want I'd be damned if somebody would try to take my life and or take what's mine. I'm gonna protect myself, my family, and whatever belongings I have because I worked hard for that shit.
Hell yeah.
This is my shit.
You got to
Don't
do what you got to
you
do.
know? Yeah, and you don't have the right to take it, and now you have to deal with the consequences. Life is all about choices and consequences. Again, I'm sorry to go all off topic, but this is, I don't know, this shit
Nah,
popped
you
up in my
good.
head.
You good. It's all good. I say get it out, baby.
Nah, yeah, but no, honestly, like life is about choices and consequences. And if there's one thing that people should know, it's that we learn right from wrong in the beginning. When we're baby, when we're young, when we're kids, we break something, we get punished for it. We have good grades, we get praised for it. Like, and which blows my mind right now of how things are going with this whole coronavirus and how people are dealing with it and not giving a fuck. It's just like, where are your morals? This shit is making the world like this shit is messing up the world, but you still choose to ignore it and not pay attention to it. Now we're going to live with the consequences of shutting down, or even worse. We don't know what the worst is coming. It hasn't hit us yet. So I just want people to be responsible for their actions.
Yeah, I
Like there
say
was a video which is disgusting, and I swear to God, if I find the person that did this, they're fucked, man, bro. I swear to God, they threw a firecracker at a homeless person
uh I
and
hate seeing
that shit
stupid
broke
shit
my
like that.
heart, man. Like
I hate seeing stupid shit like that.
that shit boils my blood to the point where I feel like they're doing some real demon shit, bro. And I'm not that type of person. And this
I
is
say that's
this is the
how
world we live in.
I completely understand that. It happens. I say there's nothing else you can do about that. Like I completely understand where you're coming from. I feel the same way where I see any videos of like animals or dogs being like fucked up or something like that, or like oh, this person put a firecracker in this dog's mouth, or they gave him a treat with this type of thing in it, and you got the dog seizing on the floor and shit like that. I automatically look at my dog and like start watering in the eyes, and I'm like, yo, I'll let anybody try some dumb shit like that with my dog. They say I'm gonna beat the dog shit out you, my nigga. Yo, I swear to God, I'll fuck anybody up on the goddamn planet. Anything happen to my fucking dog, and like shit like that is
No,
like,
and
how are you so
yeah, man.
cruel to animals and cruel to people? Just like, how can you be that type of person? And like, I can't fuck with people
I
like that.
just,
If that's who
yeah,
you are, I'm not fucking with you. We can't be cool. If that's who you are, don't follow me. Don't watch my shit. Dead ass. Like, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with people like that. That's
and that's why
disgusting
I
ass
do,
behavior.
yeah, and that's why I
Disgusting.
say that people are the most dangerous weapon on this world.
Yeah, because we have the
Not the
most
weapon,
thoughts.
yes, and the gun didn't kill people. Like people say, guns kill people. No, the person pulling that fucking trigger killed you. That
I
person that burned your house down he lit the match. The match didn't light itself. It's not like an automatic thing where you can do it. Somebody has to be programming that shit because they have thoughts to kill you. So they did that. People are the worst, are the number one deadliest thing on this planet.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. People, humans in general, yes. Yes, yes, we are.
So
I think that's a very good way to end it off. Just let everybody know how
yeah,
trash
no,
they are.
yeah. Everybody needs to know.
You're
Listen,
trash. No, I'm joking. I
don't
love
be
you all.
scared of dogs. Don't be scared of sharks. Don't. I mean, yeah, they're scary, but the person right next to you might be the biggest threat of your life. You never
Definitely.
know.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
no,
will
that's
be.
a great ending spot. Boom, caption, drop the mic.
All right, so just to end it off with everybody here, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, coming to listen on Twitch. Thank you for coming out on Spoon. Say these videos will be saved from now on. I just figured out how to do it. Please again follow KingKadoTalks. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I say a little while ago I shined where you can find all my podcasts. So please go check those out. Rate those how you feel that they should be rated. Don't automatically give me a 5 stars if you don't think it's a 5 stars. I don't want any fake love. Give me what you feel. That's what I want. Feedback, comments. You think shit is trash, let me know. You think you don't like my lighting, I need to change the camera. I need to get a better mic. I need to do this. I need to do that. Speak to you, boy. I want to hear it all. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for sharing this with me again. Thank you, my boy Avery, for coming out here and speaking with me again, yo. Is it every time you're on here?
Hey,
It's just a joy to have you up here.
it's a pleasure, man. I enjoy this shit, and it feels natural. Like I could talk to you for hours, and if people listen, it's just a plus. It's just a topping on the cake. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do this again, and I look to doing more episodes down the road. I just want to say a shout out to you, man. Like you are an inspiration. Keep doing it, keep shining, and keep striving for your dreams. And anybody out there, I just want to shout out my shit. Like you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv. Soavecito, Soavecito. You can find me on Twitter, Mr. Oh no, Avecito, and you can find my YouTube channel at Mr. AVE Will. So check out my shit. I'm gonna be promoting my boy here and my content. So
Say all love, all night. So that's the end of the stream, everybody. And like I said, please go follow us, rate, subscribe, everything. And with that being said, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and